get that sorted again. Bunch of stuff happening here. Let's see. Content live. Oh, another day, another stream. Now the question is this a game dev stream? Or is this a art stream? Hello, Mikuri. How goes your game? Your chess game that you're working on. Seems like at least the art's looking really nice and cohesive. Are you using an asset? Game dev or music? Oh, that's right. I gotta do the K-pop. I'm going on my vacation soon, so I have to finish the thing. Because I would like to really post it before I take my break, you know? Even though it's not a long post. I'll show you what I have so far. But I don't even have the music kind of... Whoa! I don't even have the music tied to it yet. Which is interesting. So it goes like this. It goes like... Boom. That's the idea. That's the introduction. And I want to have like the little actual like game characters come up. Mikuri says, also coming along well, except gotta change some of the movement logic. Oh, that is the hardest part. You know, having done it in both direction, where I do the just bare minimum, no animation, implementation, like things happening immediately as soon as I click, versus going and taking care of some of the animation gaps in between transitions first. I gotta say, I like doing the animation as setting up animation first, because a lot of the gaps and a lot of the waiting on the animation takes a long time. And it's really hard to do it retroactively, from what I can tell. But yeah, thanks. Mikori says, that's awesome. Thanks. It's been fun working on it. Of course, I got the big part of it done, which is the beginning part. But the next big part is getting the little characters to dance while having the little arrows come up. Now, I don't know if it should be arrows or if I should imagine there's a different game mechanics, kind of like the, what is it, Dance of the Necromancer or something? Necrodancer? There's a Necrodancer 2 where it looks something like this. Rift of the Necrodancer, where they do one of these things where the characters are like something. So I wonder if this could be an idea I could kind of steal, so to speak. So instead of having the music video be completely copied, have all of those dancers be part of this. And then have the main character just kind of center stage here like this. Maybe. That's an idea, right? Except probably different resolution. This is more cartoony, more, what do you call? Scott Pilgrim-like. But that's an idea. I'm already going for this kind of retro feel right now, so I'm going to have to kind of commit to it a little bit. So that is to say, I need to think about what the screen's going to look like. I mean, obviously there's a character that I was working on, but I want to make sure I get the screen going. So we're using this 216 by 384. Though I don't know how I'm going to film this. I wish there's a way to just like, because right now this is low resolution, right? It's 5 times 216 by 384. But I want it to be full 1080p. If that's what I want to do, I got to rotate it sideways. And I can't do that right now. So I'm going to have to think about that. Can I rotate it actually on here? Let me see. What happens if I rotate the whole thing? Does that work? Might. Curious if that's going to actually work or not. Let's say window and double that. That's not it. 1152, say 1922, 1080. Other way, right? No, like this. And then I can just do negative 90 like this. I wonder if that'll work. Because the subview port is already doing that. And then texture, visibility. Yeah, probably not going to work. It's going to be really complicated. Anyways, Mikori says, my movement right now, I have the pawn working correctly, but it doesn't translate to queen because if there are any queen around, any piece around the queen, she can't move anywhere. Problem with checking for pieces in the way. Doesn't account for direction. Oh, I see. Zishan Moment says, are you working on multiple games? I am working on multiple games. Well, multiple projects, rather, because I'm a content creator, right, as well as a game developer. So I have the main game that I want to release, and then there's some game jam games that I've made, which I really like, so I want to work more with. And then, of course, I have these, like, offshoot projects I'm working on for, like, short videos and videos, which, you know, this is one of them. Because I'm trying to ride that Lady Gaga's trend, and I want to do where it goes like the track flies in. I wonder if there's like transition shaders, because I wonder if I can just do 2D motion blur. Pretty cool. You must be really organized, Zishan says. No, well, maybe. I'm mentally organized, as in I know how to keep track of projects in my head. But when it comes to actually like writing it down and keeping track with everything that's going on, you know, I'm not very good at it. But I do what I can. Let's see. Let's write, what am I looking for here? Godot transition 2D. I want to see what kind of transitions there are. I wonder if I can do motion blur. 2D motion blur. I want to see what that looks like. That's not bad. Might be too high def though. If I want to keep this like retro feel to it, maybe this is not something I want to do. Okay. Let's go for the looks here. So we got the 216 by 384. I'm going to draw some stuff here. My mouse click's been not working these days. Something's going on with my mouse click. Wait, it's just in some applications. I don't know why it's doing that. Weird. I don't know. Is it the app? What if it's the Windows? Weird. Yeah, I don't know. Strange. Okay. Yeah. I've been having a lot of trouble with the left click these days. I was playing my Marvel Rivals yesterday. I was doing well, but sometimes like it locks out and I just can't shoot until I like mess with it. I wonder if that's a more network related issue. All right, so we got some palette. So I'm using this screen to kind of plan out what it's going to look like. I think what I want might be kind of like one of these things where Something like that. Yeah. I wonder if it needs to be bigger. Let's see, about halfway point. This is 216. So we want something that's half that, which is 118. So we say we probably draw from spot that's 118 or 108, right? 216, 108, not 118. Right here. And then go all the way up. Oh, I can feel the. Excuse me. I was about to say, I can feel the sneeze coming. Robin Game Dev says, "Hello, I'm new. Can you tell me what you're coding right now?" Specifically, I have 3 games going on right now. I have the main game. I was working on some Game Jam games, which I want to continue working on. I want to post a little game concept, which is like inspired by a new Lady Gaga's Abracadabra song music video. Because I was like, oh, it would be cool to have interpret that as like a kind of like a dance or rhythm game. I thought it would do well in either Shorts or TikTok. So I'm working on this thing, which I'm gonna try to make a video of, where it's like basically pixel art slash game version of the what do you call music video. And so that's what I'm working on at the moment, which is interesting, right? Because that's completely just visual only, but all of these are using code to get like precise timing. So it's using Tween to do like camera transition, little animation activation timing. So it's pretty cool. It's been fun. Mikori says, also, I had the biggest realization yesterday. I just thought about how in chess, the pawns takes positions aren't the same as their move positions, while all other pieces, their attack and move is the same. Yeah, exactly. And obviously, you also have the, what is it, en passant, right? Like pawns have a lot of weird exceptions, and it also turns into something else when it gets to the other side. So there's a lot to worry about. Pawn is kind of hard to code in general purposes because it has a lot of exception, I think. But yeah. Okay. Anyways, I did the center line because I wanted to draw. If it is even, I guess it's a pair. So I have one here. That's going to look like that. Then I have another pair. I do wonder if it needs to go all the way up, though. It probably shouldn't. I think I'm going to say the horizon is something like this. Okay. Little bit rough is 2 1 2 1. What's the pattern here? 2 2 1 2 1 2 2 1 2 2 1 2 1 2 2 1 2 1 2 2. It's like a very irregular line. If I bring it down, it might be more regular. Let me see. I mean, this. Maybe that's not what I want. Maybe I want a straight line here, 45-degree angle. Let's try that. Let's see if the 45-degree is better. So I'm going to do that. Probably bring it up a little bit. Because I think if I'm cutting this in half, I still want the line to be in the center-ish. Let's think. I want the key to be here. Let's see, I'm gonna go look at the reference again. Rift of the Necrodancer. AW says, yo, good day. I'm here for today's parasocial dev vibes. Good luck, have fun. Ah, thanks. We're parasocialing with each other. It's like I know you, and then it's like you know me. But in reality, we don't know anyone. That's one way to think about it. Okay, I'm thinking maybe the 3 tracks is fine. We're going to do 3 tracks. I think that would be a cool idea. If this is a whole phone screen, though I don't think it's going to fit the whole thing, but we'll see. This might be a mistake. I already chose a resolution that probably might not work. And if it's coming down from here, maybe that is okay. Maybe that's the vibe I'm going for. Let's try that. So it hugs it completely. There's one more lane where the arrow can sit in. So we're going for something like, let's see, which is, yeah, let's do that. Boom. Maybe more angled. There you go. And we'll just simply flip horizontally. Yeah, I think that's okay. And then, let's see, if we're gonna take some inspiration. AW says, nothing wrong with parasocial. Do you know about the layers of social penetration theory? What? No, I do not know about that. Do please enlighten me. I'm gonna have to make sure I mute this. There you go. Oh, no ads. All right. Okay, I'm gonna go to this part real quick. Okay, so there's black, general concrete. They're whites. Characters are generally white. I'm looking at the background motifs. Pillars. Pillars and light. I mean, it's not gonna work very well, I don't think. Excuse me. But it's gonna be interesting. All right. This is very black and white, which is a little bit difficult to work with, but I think we can make it work. Say the floor is this type of tile, I think could still work. But yeah, tell me about the theory. And then it looks kind of squarish. So let's say, I mean, there's going to be a bunch of stuff here, usually description right here, right? Video description. So we probably want the arrow somewhere around here, unless we want the arrow to go up instead of down. I think we want the arrow to come down, right? So let's do that. We're going to put it right here. And generally speaking, new layer. Suppose we want to break this into 3 parts, I think. Let's say the arrow is going to occupy about this much space. I'm not sure if it should be equidistance every time, but we'll figure it out. So we have this space, which is right here, 196. 196 divided by 3, 60. Not convenient. So we'll hit 65 from both sides. So we go from here to here, 65. This is where we want to be. And then from the other side as well, 65. And then I suppose if it's going up here, we'll measure from here. That is 72. 24, perfect. At least this one is perfect. So 24. 24 here. That means from here to here is going to be 24 actually, if I do 24 from here again. Right? Because this space is going to be 22. Oh no, it's 24. How does that work? Weird. Not going to complain. If it works, it works. There you go. Some lane happening. Howdy, Vibrant Games. Howdy, howdy. We're working on stuff here. I'm working on a slightly rhythm game-ish idea, which is not really a game. I don't know. Am I misleading people if I'm saying this is a game idea? It's like conceptually a game idea. I mean, it would be cool if I actually made a game and then say, be able to release a game that says, I made a game based on Lady Gaga. And people will like, ooh. At least it'll work for, what do you call, more non-technical audience. If I ever had a viral idea, that would be one. But I think it requires a lot of quality probably for it to actually work. This feels okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's okay. AW says it's like how much info we share with each other based on the social credit we have with each other. I see. How much social credit do I have with you guys? Would you say? If you were to score social credit between 0 to 10, I suppose. I almost said 0 to 1 because I'm so used to scales just being 0 to 1 float value as a programmer. But if I were to say I have social credit between 0 to 10, as in it was educators have atypical social structure, 10 out of 10. Uh-oh. Careful telling me those things. What if I'm an evil person? It's funny. We're gonna probably merge this down. I control you. Truly Nosferatu type of situation. I wonder, let's see. Does it get smaller? Yeah, it does. Unfortunately, I don't know the math exactly. I mean, I can probably calculate it depending on the angle. But we're gonna have to do it by the by eyes with by the looks. I don't know. Whatever. You know what I mean. Maybe have it decrease just ever so slightly on every line. Not too much. This looks pretty fair. This one I feel like is narrowing faster, though. Right? Should it be more angled? Like this kind of looks like top down, doesn't it? Instead of going towards a horizon. I think. Let's see. This is 43. This is 44. This is 46. 51. Huh. It's actually really good. um, oh. Oh, I pinged the stream bots. Oh, I see. Here you go. Oh. Oops. There you go. Sorry, Sandbox. Oh, wow. It does happen every now and then because it automatically fills up. You want to see, Sandbox, our progress so far? Here it is. Here it is. Ready? Oh, thanks for the Prime sub. 3 months. Wow, you've been with us for so long. Truly a great supporter. How come I don't hear this in my ear? I feel like I should be hearing this. It's because I'm muted. That would make sense. Here, hold on. Where's all the sounds? Ugh. You know, still I'm such a, what do you call? Stream noob. Here, I'm going to test this real quick. Thanks for the 3rd month. Sweet, sweet. You know, I am only able to do this because of the supporters like you. It is supporters like you who make this channel great. Is that too on the nose? Here, I'm going to test it real quick. Yeah, I can't hear it. It's right there. But it seems like I can't hear it. Hold on. Where are all the sounds? Can you guys hear it? Maybe it's just me. Oh. Oh. I was... Okay. I think I was just muted. Let me do it one more time. Ah. Yeah, it's very, very light. In my ear, at least. I'm going to increase it. So I can actually hear stuff. This is going to surprise me a lot, huh? Hold on. One more time. Too many tabs. Boom. Setting. Guess. Sub. Okay, I hear it now. Why is it so quiet? Was it always this quiet in my ear? Feels weird. Okay, I'm going to turn on music so I can actually tell, because that's one way I tell how the audio is in my ear. Sandbox says, Twitch is making me do this, lol. You'll figure it out eventually. Thanks. Mikori says, it reminds me of that one mobile rhythm game, Tap Tap Revenge, lol. We hear it. Okay, good. Sandbox says, one of my streamer friends doesn't bother with fancy audio streaming setup. They're psychotic and stream their audio directly into their earbuds. They hear their own stream with like 2 seconds delay. How do you talk? I'll be like repeating after myself and stuttering if I can do that. If I do that. It's crazy. I can't do that. Vibrant says, my game about to release in a mobile fishing themed game with rhythm elements. Any game can be rhythmic. Oh, that's kind of fun. You know what? Fishing game with rhythm is actually kind of unique. And I can see how fun that could be. Honestly, people love fishing mechanic in a game, right? And that's a whole meme, isn't it? Where people are like, but does it have fishing? And I'm like, you know that thing where you're trying to keep the fish in the slot? It's like, I don't know. I mean, it's satisfying, but I never got hooked on it, like some people say. And that's kind of always was like, I wonder if there's a better way to do it. It feels more skillful rather than kind of like random. It's really hard to, as long as you're paying attention. It's the whole point is that it makes you pay attention, I think. But as long as you're paying attention, it's like hard to mess up. Okay, it is loud. Huh, weird. I don't know. I hear it really well, so let's see. What else? Audio setup. It's not too loud, right? I think so. I think this is perfect. All right, here we are. AW says, fishing rhythm is a great idea. I love a good fishing minigame. Wow. Hey, look, AW. You should go play a Vibrant Games game when it releases. What's your game called? Vibe? And where is it available? As in iPhone, Android? And when are you planning on releasing it? Maybe if there's a wish list, we can wish list it. Mikori says, it's funny trying the speech delay challenge always gets messed up speaking. Yeah, no, whenever I start hearing my own voice, it go, like I can't. I rely heavily on my own auditory signal back. Sandbox says, your fishing minigame should have its own fishing minigame. What if you catch a fish and then there's a chance where you can use that fish as a bait and then it's like a new fishing game? Like you catch a fish and that fish can catch another fish without actually like catching it. That could be fun. Interesting idea. Anyways, I was in the process of showing Sandbox the process here. Goes like this. Probably gonna bit crunch the original sound. This is what I have so far. That took me forever, by the way. Believe it or not, making that mate took actually quite a long time. Drawing that was a pain. Let me tell you. I mean, there's part of it where it's like I had to decide on the ratio, some of these like lighting and shape. Like I had to like figure out what part to simplify to make it look more like pixel arty and retro-y instead of like just trace or whatever, which by the way I didn't trace. What is it from? It's this right here. It's Lady Gaga's new song, Abracadabra. Like that. And hopefully, the main part that inspired me was I really thought it would be fun. It would be cool if I can get this part right here. This is the viral part, by the way. Make it look like call and response game, where it's like they show you the move. You know that rhythm game that's like really like chill lo-fi rhythm game where it's like a stamp and then like burning the pictures. I don't know. I forgot what it was called. But it's like the game shows you what to do and then you're supposed to do it yourself. It's like tick, 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 tuk, 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 that, that kind of stuff. It kind of reminded me of that. So I was like, oh, that'd be cool to make it into a rhythm game. Obviously, I can't monetize it, I think, if I do that, but I think it's okay. I still want to do it for the sake of virality. At least I think TikTok will allow me to monetize if that ever blows up, but I think I see a good potential in that. Sandbox says, oh, cool. Oh, no, I mean, what is it for? Oh, it's for, so basically I'm going to record that video and post it to TikTok. TikTok video. It's for TikTok video. I'm going to make a TikTok that is kind of like the, maybe what if that Lady Gaga's song was pixel game type of situation. Anyway, so I'm going to make the kind of the rhythm part. So I'm making the lane here. I'm taking inspiration from this Rift of the Necromancer. So I like that it's coming out of the thing. So we probably do something like that, I think, and cut it off pretty early here. And then we'll probably just kind of delete this top part. Unless I have it come all the way from up there. I don't know. Maybe I'll decide. I'll draw it all the way up and then decide to fade it out with a filter if I need to. I think it's correct. This is 34 and this is 35. Man, I'm really good at this, just eyeing the distance. Okay. And then I think keeping it about the same size starting this point is probably an okay idea. Feels a little bit longer, actually. 29, 30, probably over here. 26, yeah, good enough. There you go. Oh, you see these trace? Weird. I feel like there's a bug on this version of the A-Sprite. We'll see. We'll see. Trek. I think it would be cool. I don't know how I'm going to have... like the idea, I think, is I'm going to have little dancers that are dancing on the track. And then as they approach, it gets like... it pops and then say good or bad. I don't know... when the protagonist probably comes up, the protagonist's probably going to stay on the field or something. Vibe says, it is kind of like that. The first fish you can catch is bait, which you need to for action points to catch bigger fish. It has strategy elements to go with the rhythm fishing. Oh, that's pretty fun. Oh, it will be even more fun. Oh, well, I'm not going to give you ideas. You're about to release. I shouldn't say anything that derails you, but I'm pretty sure you've already thought about all these things. So I also don't want to spoil it. It sounds fun. Sounds like your game is potentially nice. You should release... you should give us the name of the game so we can look for it when it releases. Tommy says, I love the original Crypt of the Necrodancer. I had no idea the devs had released a new game after Cadence of Hyrule. Yeah, I mean, only reason I know is because, you know, I have been going to PAX every year, PAX West. Oh, well, not every year, but frequently enough. And they're there every time, whatever their publisher is, along with the other game in that station. And I have played once. And it's like more casual. Like there's like a yoga part Or there. Wait, is that the Hyrule? Yeah, this one. Like, there's like a little, what do you call, little mini games and stuff like that, which is really fun. I don't know. It's just generally very chill. It's easy to just kind of get wrapped up in it. It was a pretty fun experience. Tommy Com says, "This is looking awesome, by the way." My track, or did you see the example I was showing you with the Lady Gaga? Well, if so, thanks. If you're talking about the Necro Dancer, yeah, it is looking pretty awesome. Zenbuck says, if you think that, go install a beta version using the Steam properties. I assume you're using the Steam version of Sprite. Nope. I bought it from Itch. I didn't know it was available on Steam before I purchased it. I bought it from Itch. So I have to go actually manually download the versions. Tommy says, your whole project. Oh, thank you. Appreciate him. Sandbox says, also, I have a question for chat. For my Metrovania battler. Metrovania battler? Huh. Like an auto chess, but it's Metrovania somehow? Or are you talking about like side-scrolling Metrovania? Do I go with fixed to player camera or a loose camera that follows behind the player? One is rigidly bound to player position, the other has easing and drag and stuff. Personally, it's easier for player to play if it has drag. It feels better. But I don't know. Like, it goes as far as Super Mario. Even the original Super Mario camera didn't snap exactly to Super Mario Bros. If you look at the original game, I think even that didn't have camera that snaps to you. See? It snapped. Okay, so it's exactly snapped except on the limits. I guess it's okay then. So at least there's a precedence. Because I do remember in the beginning, at least, on the edges of the camera, it stops moving. So I guess it doesn't feel too bad. I don't know why that doesn't feel like so jittery. I'd imagine Pixel Perfect camera would be really jittery, but yeah. Vibe says track definitely feels better, yeah. But I guess it really depends on the feeling that you're trying to get across. Because Shovel Knight, if you remember Shovel Knight, that's completely retro-inspired and is like Pixel Perfect game. And it looks basically like Mega Man, the originally Mega Man. And I wonder if that has a drag, even though we know the drag is what we want to have. Let's see. Unless this is like completely, each level is completely, oh, that's interesting. I like how the Shovel Man actually is in front of the UI. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, this is like a locked stage, and then it transitions as you move to a different area. So it's a little different. There's no large, I feel like there has to be a large stage. Yeah, there it is. Okay, this one is snapped to the camera. And it doesn't feel bad. Right? This one is snapped to the camera. Maybe it's not that bad. I don't know. I feel like when I'm making the game, I always notice not having the drag. And it feels bad. But it seems like a lot of the good games out here still has that. We know for a fact that Hollow Knight probably has drag. It has to, right? I guess drag is for a really speedy game. I don't know. Anyways, some research needed. My bias was that I would like drag, but now I'm looking at these. Maybe you don't need it. Hollow Knight is also snap camera. Maybe then you do need to do snap camera. I thought drag feels better, but I guess not, huh? I guess if you need precise character control, you want snap camera, but if you want like speedy feel, like Sonic, maybe then you need drag. I don't know. Sandbox says, yeah, drag feels better, but I know that for high intensity battles, having snap camera makes it much easier to. Yeah, exactly. Vibe says, unless it's super action based and has a lot of movement mechanics with lots of movement, you either need snap or zoomed out. Sandbox says it is going to have lots of on-screen projectiles and movement. Yeah, I have camera hook that does make the camera snap to the fixed position for small rooms. But for bigger ones, I don't know if I should drag or snap. Yeah. I feel like drag is something that's easy to add later, especially with the camera 2D if you're using that. So like maybe I don't know. Maybe just what do you call? Snap is fine. McCoy says, should do the thing Mario does. The camera doesn't move until you're at a certain part of the screen. Yeah, that's called the limit. You can actually do the thing by changing the limit in the camera as well. Vibe says, depends on how zoomed you are really. Snap says, yeah, in Hollow Knight, your player is more or less always in the center of the screen except for when you're at the edge of the room. Makes sense. McCoy says, Ezra, like this creator is remaking Mario and Godot and went into how the original camera works and how to redo it. Interesting video. Remaking Super Mario World and Godot. Oh, that's pretty cool. What a great idea. I should do more of these. Ugh. Great viral ideas. I love it. Oh, it seems like I already watched this somehow. A little bit. Oh, that's pretty cool. Wow, look at all these timers. Animation timer. I guess, huh? I guess that is the way to do it, huh? That's interesting. Anyways, very cool, very cool. Let's see. Sandbox says, yeah, I tried limits, but I don't know. It works for the most part. Camera dragging feels weird. Anyways, I'm sure you'll figure it out. It's Godot is like both good and bad in a lot of these cases. It's like it does it for you, so it's easier, but at the same time, it doesn't work exactly like you want, so you have to pre-program it anyways. So what do you do? You know. Vibe says Celeste is full zoomed cam and feels good because camera isn't an element in your platforming. Right. I mean, Celeste definitely you can tell that it's like it was made in Unity, but if we were to imagine it being written in Godot, it's like the main game is in a viewport. It's like it's in its own viewport container, and it's scaled up. But I guess how do you separate the camera from the actual game? I guess you just need to use the viewport to be like, oh, move the camera within the viewport. I guess that works. Sandbox says, well, if anyone's in Ezra's Discord, I'll be releasing a build once I get around to getting a vertical slice done. That'll be awesome. I'll get some free playtesting, Lamau. Yeah, exactly. We love playtesting. Also, if you don't mind me playing it on the stream, I'll do that. If not, I'll do it off stream and then also give you feedback. Not that my opinion is any important, but, you know. I think we're going to go for these, like, slightly checkered look here. I have to say though, if I want to do the like the animation because it's angled and I'm using 2D, I might have to manually animate it. Right. I feel like I need to do that. All right, we're going to do... So this is the final. And... I don't know how I'm going to do it. The Trek flying in. Do I want the Trek to fly in? That's also another thing. Am I overcomplicating it? Potentially. I think so. You know what? I think I'm overcomplicating it. I'm just going to design this first. Let's put the arrows down. We got some of these things. I like that this corners are not actually touching. But Senpai says, yeah, I don't mind. I'll be making the link public, so don't share the itch page or mask the link. Or I can't get Godot builds working without it flagging the antivirus because unknown exe from unknown device. Yeah. I mean, that's the case for anything. Even Mac. Mac is even more notorious. You have to like go around it to be like, hey, I will really approve this. Because they really want everybody to go through their app store. Vibe says, JK just reminded me of old follow for follow chats. I'll give it a try regardless. Haha, yeah. No, I mean, the general consensus is that we're not going to be like sleazy with our playtests, but, you know, we do what we can to support each other. We know what other devs are going through. Senbok says, yeah, I'll play test. I do it a whole pile. No place for playtest needed. Just DM me. I'm in Ezra's Discord. Yes. They are indeed in Ezra's Discord. All right. A few things. Definitely want some sort of being on fire track thing. I think it would be cool if actually, you know what? I have an idea. So I'm gonna make the outside lane. So this is the inside lane. Inside lane. And I think I'm gonna do the outside lane as well. Oh wait, I made a mistake. They do have to move. For the gameplay, they're gonna have to move. The grid needs to come down. Don't they? Yes, they do. Okay, alright, well, jeez. It's gonna be a little complicated because these squares need to be smaller as they come down. But basically, the inside lane is gonna be something like... Oh, alright, well, let's see. I'm gonna make it grayer. We love complicating things here, don't we? Can't live without it. Oh, this is gonna be really complicated. I mean, I guess I could have used a shader instead, but that's maybe simpler, but not really. Oh, it's gonna be a problem. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I'm not too worried about it. I am not worried, but I'm just not too worried. We'll figure it out. No worries. No worries. Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. Yup. Not worried. Not worried at all. Yep. Wait. Oh, whoops. Ooh, I drew on the wrong track. It's okay. Alright, there you go. A little better. Vibe says, bro, legit just realized the lane notes move. Hilarious game dev moment. Exactly. Because it's 2D, it's going to be tricky, right? Because this angle of perspective is going to be interesting. I mean, there's one cheating I can do, right? I can skew it. I can just make a straight, what do you call, tracks. I just can't design it. I can use a shader to squash a square. Like I can make it do this based on which Y it's on. Oh. Yeah, I mean that at that point I'm just making 3D end. Close this. I'm gonna create a DDR scene. Skew. I mean, there's a skew. Let me see what that looks like. Just gonna pull up whatever. For example, this guy. And then I can be like, there's an offset, region, transform, there's a skew. That's not it. I mean, there are shaders like 2D perspective shader Godot. I'm sure. I mean, I can figure out what I could do. AW says, oh shoot, I've been missing AW's chat here. Sorry, that was 3 minutes ago. Jeez. AW says, no, I know how. Can you make it into 2 layers, like a pattern that flows under a cutout? It's so I know what you're saying. You're like mask it, so you have a thing that's straight and that's like just moving. The problem here is that you got to remember this spot, further away it is, the vertical length is shorter. So as it comes towards you, it needs to increase in its size. It needs to go boop, 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 right? So that means we need to programmatically be able to say, hey, like, gradually change its length as it comes closer to you. But that's also not that simple. Oh, headache. But I think what I can do is if I have the entire thing laid out, I can use a 2D perspective shader to fake something, and that'll kind of work, I think. Let's see. We'll look it up. 2D perspective. And then we just gotta... I mean, this is kind of what that is. I don't know if I can change the angle of the wall, but it's not a rotation. Might work. I think this might work. Let's see what this does. And then we can use it to instead of wall, we can use the texture. Unless it has to be very specific angle only. I was really using straight up math. Let's see about this one. Okay. All right, well, let's test it out. Interesting predicament we're in, but it's okay. It's not too crazy here. We can change this. All right. I wasn't born here to... I wasn't raised to read documentation, so I'm just going to copy it. I am a free spirit. Can't make me. You can't make me read. Let's see. Some of these are like old because they updated the shader. Pies already exist, so I don't need to do pie. Shader parameter. Intersect. Oh. Oh. Hey, yo. Wait, hold on. But this is not pixel perfect. I wonder how it's going to look on the camera. Let's see how that... Oh, FOV makes it so that it's basically different camera lands. That's fine. 90's okay. I'm going to see what that looks like when it's scaled up. Let's see. We'll do 3. And then current scene. Oh, Twitch chat is blocked in my overlay? What? Where? I'll just reset the overlay. Chat box. Mikori says, as there's some problem on the Twitch side, like chat not being in your overlay. Oh. I might be just lagging, guys. I might just be having network problem. I reset the chat box. Hopefully that does something. I am live right now. What's going on here? Test. Yeah, it does say I am having some... YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming, so I'm assuming that means I'm lagging. Oh. Yeah, weird. I think something was happening. Ah. Migor says, why can't you add multiple nodes at once to a group? Lar, Godot. Yeah. Someone says, yeah, Ezra, your best bet might be applying the transform. Yup. Oh, I just reconnected to the chat. Something happened with the chat. Yeah, something definitely happened with the chat. Mikor says, maybe restart quickly. No, I think it's working now. I think. Let me see. Oh, maybe not. Maybe the... Hold on. Ah! Am I speaking in chipmunk voice? It's the connection. Let's see. I mean, it says it's excellent now. Yeah, I don't know. Something like this happens every now and then. Hey, gamers. Hey, Freddy. Trying to get some stuff done before my trip to Japan soon. Our game is still working. We're making our way downtown. What else? AW says loud and clear on my end. Okay, so YouTube's okay. What if I was just like pranking you guys and actually was speaking in chipmunk voice? Like I was just like actually just speaking in chipmunk voice. Oh, and thanks for the announcement, Mikori. Freddy says, is this the rhythm game concept you mentioned the other day? Yeah, it is. Trying to get this part to work. A part of it, though, it doesn't look like pixel art. That's my only issue with this part. Oh, it might be because of the... Okay, I get it. I know what's happening here. So if I do this, for example, and then I put it... Because this is high def. So I got to go to my lower def and then bring in the DDR scene here, like that. Then I can properly test it, I think. So I'll do that. Let's see what it looks like. Thanks for the follow, Kelly Calixia. Kelly. Kaylee. Okay, that looks pixel. Little ugly, but it's pixeled. All right, cool. Okay, for those of you just joining us, I'm working on Lady Gaga's Abracadabra Dance Revolution type of game for TikTok video, because I got to ride on that trend. So this is what it looks like so far. I'm hoping to overlay the music, obviously. I'm basically remaking the music video as a game. It's like, what if it was a game type of situation. I think it has a pretty good viral potential, but I think that kind of works. This is Godot. And for drawing, I draw with my mouse and keyboard on something called a sprite. Yeah. You rewrote Callie or Kali as if that clarifies for me if I should say Callie, Kaylee, or Kali. All right, 1, Callie, 2, Kaylee, 3, Kali. Just give me the number. Let's see. Vibe says, making my way up, dog. What's up, dog? Not much. What's up with you? Dun-na-na-na. What are we talking about? Is this a reference to something? Sorry, I don't know any references. Fix on refresh. Yeah. If I sound like Chipmunk, please do reset. Okay. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look quite like this, right? If I skew it. It's tricky. I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to live with it, I think. Sorry, I'm just doing the little analysis. All right, I'll do it. Okay. So I'm gonna create a strip, and then they shift. So I think what I can do. So let me think about this. So let us say that this is simply an equal size squares. And so at the bottom, we want to fill 3. So we want to do perfect 3s. So I'm going to just copy and paste here real quick. Let's say what we have instead is actually, and we're going to do a little testing here. Let's see if it works. Because there's a good chance it doesn't work. I just wanted to make a video. How do other people do this so quickly? I'm over here struggling. And then I guess I'll do this. Boom. There you go. Oh, coincidentally, it's perfect. Like this middle lane. Wow, I don't know. Something about... I'm impressed by myself. I am impressed. Then let's say this is it. And then this is it. What we're going to do here, we're going to cut this out. Right. Whoops. Cut this out. And we'll just fill this up. And then we'll do this right here. Okay. Merge down. And then I guess we'll just, we should probably squarify it. We should make it square, actually. This is 68 by 53, so we want a 68 by 68. We'll go, boop. Yeah. Like that. And then we have another 68 by 68. And then just fill this up. And then we'll draw this for now. We'll draw the line. And we'll do one of these things. Hopefully it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I mean, might as well do it on stream. I would have been very frustrated if I was doing this by myself. Revi says, hello, hello. Hi, Revi. Welcome, welcome. Callie says, technically a Scandinavian, so it's kind of like Collie. Oh, Collie. Is it Collie or Collie? More like you make the shape of ah, but then you're saying oh. So it's like Collie. I don't know. Phonics is interesting. Collie. Vibe says, read the up dog message like the making my way up downtown. Oh, making my way up, dog. What's up, dog? Not much. What's up with you? Da na 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 na. Okay, I see. Ravi says, this is not space game. Thonk. That's true. Right now, I am urgently working through my idea that I had, a spark of inspiration, rather. That was when I saw Lady Gaga's new video. I know this, for those of you who've already heard me explain, please bear with me. When I watched that video, I was like, hey, that kind of looks like a little rhythm game. And I thought it would be cool to interpret it as a rhythm game. And I thought it would be a great video idea. That could potentially go viral on TikTok. I mean, it screams TikTok to me. So my hope here is that I'm doing a little like interpretation of a music video as a little pixel art / retro game inspired by Lady Gaga's new Abracadabra thing. And in the process, basically, I'm not actually making the game. I'm making the proof of concept, rather. But it's mainly for the looks, for the aesthetics of it. And the hope is I can get them done and post it on TikTok and YouTube Short before I go to Japan, which is in soon. 10 days, I want to say. I'm hoping that I'm prepared, but that's what's happening at the moment. So, because Revi just got here, and Revi is pixel artist, so maybe he is a little interested in what I have to do. So I got something like this. But this, I had to draw this by hand. It was a pain. Like that kind of like, I'm trying to interpret it as, make it look as kind of retro-y as possible. Because I think that's gonna, people are gonna eat that up more. So that's happening at the moment. But yes, in other words, what do you call procrastinating away from, what do you call actually doing the space game or into it, I promise. Okay. I think, let's see, from center to center, let's see. I think the black squares are supposed to be 68 by 67 because this, right? 68 by 67. I'm guessing this is 67 high. 67, yeah. 68 wide, 67 high. So it needs to be 67 high. Seems like a 69 high, so we're gonna bring it down by 2 ticks, I think. 2. Oh, I came down too much. $65, $66. I need one more. I know there's a better way to measure this, but this is the way I do it. 69 squashed by 2 pixel. 1, 2. Thanks for the follow, Ronnie the Zombie. And thanks for the follow, Collie. I mean, I already said that earlier, but yes, Collie. The Chris says, the only part of that song I like after listening to it a single time is the intro. Really? I really like the group dance part. It's really fun. I mean, at least I like choreo. I like choreography. Yeah, I like the dances. So, Ronnie the Zombie says, saw you have a Twitch hat to come say hello here too. Oh, thanks. Hi. Welcome from YouTube, I'm guessing. Yeah. Thanks for saying hi. Vibe says, Sandbox, who are you in the Discord? Used to be Sandbox. Sandbox might have changed the sandboxness. I guess I could just do this over and over again a few times. Boom. Okay. Ah, not aligned. There you go. Weird. It's okay. You know what? That's not the point. The point is, I have this. I'm just testing it out. Track. I should probably track flat. And then we're going to export this. I want to just test it out on this actually. Spray 2D. We're going to grab the track here. And we'll just apply the material, the DDR material here, which I'll save actually. Should I save? Maybe not. I'll do spray here, material, shader. Oh, not new. Quick load the DDR shader here real quick. And I'll say, oh, not the Y rotation. It was the X rotation. Now the problem is, will that work if I scale this out? If I just stretch the Y 10. It does work. Beautiful. 5, for example. Too much. This seems kind of perfect. It's going to be interesting to try to lay down multiple of these every time. But we're working with this. Let's see how it looks on the little pixelated version of it. Little bit of anti-aliasing happening. Not bad. Still going to be a little tricky because we need to apply this shader, but we got to move it still, right? So if we move it just vertically, it doesn't work. It needs to move and adjust the rotation, and then the new one needs to start at the bottom so that it keeps still. Otherwise, what we need to do is we need to move the flat. So we can have an animation for the flat. So instead of using the sprite, we can make a sprite sheet. Let's say. I think we can make it taller, actually. I'm going to make it a lot taller here, so we have infinite number of it. Let's do at least 3 times this. Okay. Starting to come together, I think. I'm figuring it out. McCoy says, just make 3D, but have the lighting flat so it looks 2D. I know, exactly. You would think that's what I would do with all this trouble. But alas, McCoy, I am not a man of reason. You might be surprised to hear that I am not a person at all. Just kidding. I am a person. But I think we can work with this for now. I'm going to redo this whole thing because the gap is kind of a little weird. So I'm going to fix the gap real quick so that there's no this like overlapping lines. Just feels imbalanced. So we'll do this. We have this part, we have this part. We're going to probably skip this part like this. And then we'll select this right here up to the blank. Copy, paste. And then put it down. put it down again. There you go. Then we'll do one more. Hold on a second. Something doesn't look right. Wait, how come this one has an overlapping line? Ah, I gotta do this again. Hold on. No line, no line, no line, no line. This one has line. I gotta fix this part. Or redo this. Probably go all the way up, actually. Like that. Ah, I messed up somewhere. There you go. Is that? This seems okay. This one's also overlapping. This is not. I don't know which side is doing it the wrong way. Oh, it's this one right here. There you go. Okay. We want to go all the way up here. Okay. Whew. All right. I thought I was gunner for... I was a goner. Goner? I was a goner. Goner. For some reason, sometimes, randomly, a word just sounds wrong even though it's right. You just hear yourself a little too much, I think. Vibe says 3D and 2D blending or make 2D games in 3D space is definitely getting more popular. It is. It is. But it's the whole thing about the pixel perfect thing. What bothers me is you have a pixel that's a square, right? And in a traditional pixel art where it's representing a monitor space, even if you skew it, the pixel that represents that skew still is straight up square that goes like this. But in a high definition 3D to 2D interpretation, it basically looks like you have a 2D resolution, low resolution pixel that's laid out. So the pixel actually angles down, which is to say a pixel on the drawing doesn't correlate to a pixel on the screen. It's like fake pixels. So that means sometimes you have pixels that are like half overlapping each other, which is not a perfect pixel game, which you can make a shader for it, obviously, to fix that. But I don't know. Is there something, you know, it's cool. It's cool. You know what? I have no criticism worthy of giving. But I have to say, everybody has their preference. And my preference happens to be very particular. I mean, should you lose your sleep over it? Probably not. But, you know, sometimes life can be confusing. Why do I like the things I like? Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, here we are. Okay, so we're going to have a bigger one here. What I think I'm going to do, actually... Jeez. Revi says, I made a quick little game jam game like that, actually. 2D assets and 3D space. Ooh, yeah. It's pretty good. I mean, it's a definitely aesthetic that got popularized. I think when it first came out, obviously was early technology when they first started doing it. But later on, it resurfaced itself in a very different way, more like HD look. Because, you know, if you remember when Octopath Traveler first came out, I was like, oh my god, that looks pretty awesome. Obviously it has its own flaws, but I think is a very minor flaw if there is any. Okay. Now obviously I could do the translation via the program. But what I'm gonna do here instead is actually this. 1, 2. Actually, I should do it like this. I should go Uh-huh. Should probably cut this like this. Yeah. Does it go from top to top? No. I should probably cut it from the line all the way to this. Yeah. Line to the bottom. And we'll crop that. And then we're going to do this. And I'm going to do probably like 3 pixel transition. Oh, that's 4. Whatever, you know what I mean. Oh, somehow it knew what to do there. All right. 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're probably going to change. You might think that this is a silly way to do it, but I think this is the least headache prone way to do it for me. um, let's see. Oh, geez. Ronnie says, hello, beautiful, wonderful, amazing people. Hey, Ronnie's on YouTube now. I've been wanting to make a game for a few years now. Finally started. I'm guessing that's what you meant to say instead of stared. Congrats. I'm excited for you. There's a lot of opportunity here in the Godot community. Also, I'm going to up the ISO here a little bit because it seems a little, it's getting darker. You know, this is a great place. Anybody can do it. I really think so. 1, 2, oh. 1. Ah, jeez. 1, 2, 3. Ah, I think I did 4 there. How far do I go to? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we go until this point. There you go. I think. Oh, we gotta go one more lap. Whew, that's a lot. Whisper. Oh, what's going on? AW says, if you clap once, it's like giving yourself a high five. Oh, great. High five to myself. Oh, gee. There's a lot going on here. Gee. I usually hate it like that. Making 2D games in 3D gives dev more options, but I don't particularly enjoy it visually. Ravi says, I think it's important to note that 2D assets in 3D space is not strictly on aesthetics. Not strictly one aesthetics. Exactly, it isn't. There's definitely multiple ways to interpret it. There's multiple ways to say what we used to call it. There used to be when that whole 2D and 3D space was starting to get popularized, there was a hi-fi bit, I think, was something that was going around. Hi-fi 8-bit or something like that. Mikori says link didn't come through. Oh yeah, no. Ravi can message me. Not sure what the link was. Oh, the game. The 2D and 3D space game. Of course, again, trustworthy artist Ravi here. This is a Revy's 2D on 3D game for a game jam. Oh shoot, there's sound. Oh, hey, see, this is pretty cool. I like it. Look at that. That looks pretty cool. And then you can see the aesthetics pretty cool. Look, I like the UI. There's a problem with the little low poly texture thing. This reminds me of like PS2 Final Fantasy, actually. Pretty nice. I mean, there's something nostalgic about the games. Oh. Okay. Oh, are we just burning the house down? Okay. That's kind of funny, actually. Anyways, I can't... there's too many sounds going on. But yeah, that aesthetic I like. It's pretty cool. Once again, but aligning the pixel is always tricky in 3D space. It's like you have to like commit to the fact that it kind of looks like paper cut in. That's the hard part. Oh my goodness. Ugh. What's going on here? Ronnie says, I went to go watch the music video. Pretty cool idea. Oh, thanks. So you checked it out. Okay, yeah, no. I think there's a idea there. It's going viral enough that I feel like I could really ride that wave. Vibe says also, at an entry level, the problem with 2D and 3D is fairly universal. If you're using pre-made 2D assets in a 3D space and have not a ton of skill as a dev, it'll likely have the graphical pitfalls that make most look bad. Yeah, I mean, if asset flipping already looked like just asset flipping, if you're asset flipping in 2D to 3D, it's gonna look even more asset flippy, if that makes sense. But you know, if you're just doing game jam, it's not a problem. Or practicing a concept is not an issue, but yeah. Roy says, I was on YouTube. You took way too long to read that. Oh, I'm sorry. Ravi says, oh, I'll whisper to him. DM Doug saw that already. Tommy said, I have position smoothing on camera in the game I'm working on, but now I'm rethinking it. Haha, maybe it is a bit overkill. Position smoothing, I wish I could kind of change the acceleration. You can change the speed. You can change the maximum speed, but you can't change the acceleration. So the problem is that the position smoothing in Godot camera that I always had issue with is this. The last bit, you see? So I'm using position smoothing camera right now. You see like that little last bit of jitter where like when it's slowing down enough, where it slows down to like 1 pixel, it has that weird effect that some might feel like, oh, that's kind of like interesting artifact, or some might feel like it's kind of weird. Revi says spacebar picks things up. Yeah, notice it's kind of fun. It looks fun, yeah. I'm gonna have to check it out later when I actually have time. Okay. Anyways, I gotta continue doing this here real quick. Gee. Hold on. Did I do this right? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did 5 instead. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, what? What's going on? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Finally, it cut off. Let's see. We're gonna have to bring in the big guns. Do not ridicule me. I have a vision. 1, 2, 3. Why is it doing this now? Ah! Ezra, there's a better way to do it. I know. I know. There's a better way to do it. I'm already locked into this method, so don't try to change me. Wait, I messed that up, didn't I? Let a man suffer in peace. Oh, that doesn't look right. Ah, man, where did I mess up? I messed up somewhere. Oh, this is where I messed up. Oh, yeah. This is where I messed up. Okay. Gee, how did I mess that up? Anyways, guys, it's okay. It's all gonna be okay. One, two. Why can I not shift by? I really chose the slow way. But you know what? It'll all be worth it in the end. So worth it. Oh. Wait a minute. Oh no. Ah! Oh. No. Jeez. Well, it's okay. I'm sure nobody will notice. It's okay. It's okay. Minor. There's an issue, which I'm not gonna say. Let's see. Thanks, Tommy. If you're Revi says if you're gonna SF flip 3D to 2D, why not just have some fun with it and go take some photos? Exactly. Might as well. I think that would actually feel better, anyways, stylistically. Vibe says Revi, that looks like a fun jam idea and not bad overall based on the consistent poverty that was showed. I think the edges still look rough in these games, but it definitely had some charm. Pov, not poverty. I was like, what? Consistent poverty. Yeah, I know. I know the feels. Ravi says, no, definitely. I think you have to do some tricky things usually to force POV. Yeah. Perspective. Vibe says, seeing as how you broke as hell. Yeah. Well, us affluent folks cannot really relate, but seeing that your poverty basically vibes, it's pretty funny. I think this might be easier than copying and pasting it, but also that means I don't know how big it is. We're gonna have to do this. Mistakes were made. Big mistakes. Big mistakes made. Take forever. Yes. Why not? We have all day. We don't actually. I'm gonna pretend that we do. Part of me wishes that I chose a bigger increment earlier. But it's okay. Life moves on. Vibe, you keep saying it's gonna release soon, but you still haven't shared the name of the game or exactly what date it's gonna come out. Is it still tentative? Or I'm locked in here. Ah. Wow, what a complex animation. Whole 28 frames of it. This is the biggest framed animation I've ever made. Unfortunately. Almost there, I think. I think this is it. There you go. It wraps around perfectly, I think. Haha! And of course, we can change the animation speed. Hi, Godot. Welcome, welcome. Alright, I'm out of here. Gonna do some work. See y'all on Discord. Jeez. Alright, bye, Vibe. Hope you share your game someday. Alright, what's the meaning of this anyways, right? Why did I do this? So I don't actually have to do the translation. There is a... I'm not going to say genius, but there is a method to this madness. And we're going to export this real quick. And it's whole 30 frames of it. And what we're going to do here, we're probably going to take note here. 216 by 1064. 216 by 1064. And on DDR machine, 262 something by 216? I don't know. You know what? Who cares? Floorboard. And I'm just gonna probably... I wonder if there's a option for paint bucket in a sprite where you can color multiple frame at the same time. I think that's it, right? It's missing one, huh? Somehow. Yeah. And then we say it's 20. It's shifting a little bit. About 40. It's freaking out a little bit. There are parts where it's just jumping like that. But when it's squeezed, I think it might be hard to see. So for example, now we have that. And we're going to squeeze that out. And put a shader on it. Oh my goodness. Hello? What's happening? Wait a minute. What? Hold on. What's going on here? Well, that is not what I was... Wait, hello? That's funny. Wait, what's going on? Wait, why? Wait, what? Hold on. Oh. Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh. Oh my gosh. It's applying texture to the original PNG file rather than to the slice. So if you look at the whole thing, it's skewed like this. Oh my gosh. AW says flawless victory, exactly. Godot says, what are you working on? I'm working on my Lady Gaga's Abracadabra music video interpreted as video game, little rhythm game thing for TikTok that I want to release before I go to Japan. And I'm getting to the game part. I replayed what I have so far so many times, so you can just kind of look at the little thing here. A lot of drawing, a lot of art, mostly visual. But I think I know what's happening here. So it's making this shape out of the whole sprite sheet instead of just a single section of it. I don't know if I can change that. Because taking the actual slice texture... few ways to do it is to make each frame... Oh man, it's kind of silly that it's doing that, huh? Wow, that's funny. So for example, like I can prove that, I think, because if I go, if I go to the animation, for example, if I go to the next frame, how do I go to the next frame? This one? No, this is just play. Like it's just, you see how it's like doing this? Yeah. So if I make each of the frames separate sprite, it'll definitely work. Or see if there's way to do that. Way to make it so that it's treated separately within the texture. Here. Animated sprite 2D Godot shader texture region instead of whole. What is happening? Yeah, is considering the sprite sheet as a whole texture as opposed to just a subsection of it. Yeah, this. That's the old stuff. I'm gonna have to figure this out. Godot shader texture sprite sheet. I have to go to the shader document. Shader language. Some of these presets are basically what's broken here. Ronnie says, funny, I just had to color multiple frames, had to do it frame by frame. Hey, sometimes that's the best way to do it. It's guaranteed to work, right? Let's see, texture. So I can pull up texture. So instead of the whole texture, I wonder if I can treat it as a section, subsection. Shader in animated sprite 2D Godot texture. You need to multiply the UV with the sprite sheet column or row count. So I do need to provide the column and row count. That's too much of a headache. I think I might be better off doing the dumb thing. No. Feels so wrong. Oh man. All frames, track flat. Track. It's gonna make 30 of them. Bam. Agree. Oh boy. It's gonna be so bad. Here, I'm gonna probably toss all of it. Yay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Perfect. Do all one at a time. Uh-huh. Yep. 1, 2. Yep. That's what we're gonna do here. You know, could be worse. 5, 6. Right? It could be worse, right? Like, this is not the worst thing that can happen, I think. McCory says there is a stutter. Stutter in what? In sound? Am I going out again? 9, 10, 11. Unless you mean in the animation. If so, we'll figure it out. I'm not too worried right now. 15, 16, 17, 18. Look, if I can do 20, well, 4 sets of 12 reps of working out, lifting heavy weights, I can do 30 clicks. No problem. So easy. I mean, just imagine how fast 12 reps go, right? Oh, another benefit. The mental fortitude that the workout provides for me. So. Revi says, what's the lifts to click ratio? I mean, definitely click is a lot faster than the lift, right? Also not as arduous, so I think the world is my oyster. Oh, snap! Look at that. Perfect. I think that's as intended. Beautiful. Love it. Let's see. Scale 1. This probably shouldn't scale, I think. Interesting that this fits perfectly like this. It works. And that's what counts. Let's see what it looks like. Hey, why won't you play? Oh, it's not an autoplay. Autoplay. And then just have it play. Come on, man. Loop 40 autoplay. And then this one over here. Scroll animation, center, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to just have it restart, I guess. There you go. Looks great. A question is this what I wanted? That's a question to ask. Oh shoot, Mikori squat. Oh my goodness. Mikori's like, oh yeah, my time to shine. Here's a squat for you. Goodness. No audio notification for me for the squats. Today was push day on the upper body, so legs still healthy. So we're gonna do some 12 here. Mikori says in the loop. You can't notice it when it's skewed like that. Ugh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 solid squats right up. Oh, and just in case anybody new here, whenever I squat, that means you to squat too, right? Because we're working together. We're collectively getting healthy together. Okay. I gotta skirt around that word. As soon as I say the word working out, Mikori's like, my turn. AW says, you're a developer. Can't you make a string of codes, Python to automate? Beautiful. You know, sometimes you gotta make a call of like, how much of this thinking is worth it to you or not? Let's see. I think What I do need to worry about is this is actually misleading a little bit. Jeez. Because I want it to be lower res. That is, let's see. We're going to use the texture, not the texture rect, but the color rect to decide on the play area. Because this camera is actually not correct. I'm using viewport container to multiply the scale of the actual game so I can have a text that is in different resolution. I think 640 by 1152 here. Let's see, color rect. I'll say for now, let's go for this color. And then we're gonna say this is the size of main, or actually play main. That's 216, 384. So we're gonna set this to be 216, 384. So we want to fit this in here. Oops. The flow board probably goes something like this. I think that's kind of perfect, actually. All right. Unnecessarily big, but we got it. I don't know if I should angle him more, actually. I wonder if I can apply this to everything. Because it might have to, oh, gee. I'm having to do a lot of programming that I didn't anticipate on doing. So we can be like, turn this off real quick. I think we're going to switch out the subview to be the DDR scene here. Let's see if that works. Exit. We did this. Main exits. And then on exit, it plays. Signal next is already emitted. We're going to say we awaited. Main exit it, emit. And then when that happens, we're going to come over here. This might not work at all, but we'll see. I don't know if we want to preload it, but for now, this is what we're going to go for here. Let's see, DDR dot visible equals true. And we're probably going to do some sort of like fade in, but for now, I'm going to test this out real quick. Oh my gosh, Revy. Hold on, give me a second. Jeez, another one. I didn't even see it. There's no audio cue. Interesting. It's working, right? I think so. It's a little bit tight here, so I'm going to have to move it down a little bit. But it's doing what it's supposed to do. All right. All right. Godot says, ooh, I like the art on the red woman. Thank you. That is Lady in Red. But I got another 12 squats coming up right here. Where he's like, leg day. I had an upper Upper body day already, and now it's turning into a leg day. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12. All right, another 12. Here it is. See, I did it. I did it. Not a problem. Should be easy. Probably gonna have to move it a little bit here. So I think I'm probably going to have to angle it more actually. Right? If I want to fit more? Because I don't think it's fitting. Oh, I can do inset instead. Okay, we should do that. Let's do 45, which I like the angle of. We're gonna inset it a little bit. Wow. W, what do you call this? W shader? Trying to be hip like kids these days, using terms. McRae says, I once made Python automation script that took a PDF of a book and took screenshots of all the pages because it was only available on browser. So I made screenshots and returned it into PDF that could use on my iPad. Lol. Smart. How long did that take you? That's a question often. And was it worth it? McRae says, you should remove the edge squares. Will make it look cleaner. You think so? I guess. I'm gonna do a few things here. Right now we're taking this top part. I guess I could do that here. What I could do, actually, I don't even need to do that. I think I could just crop it. Or if I crop it, is it gonna break it? Might actually. I might just have to delete it. I think the lazy way to do it is to go like this. Interesting. Some of the lines are, Well, that's concerning. Seems like I shifted things by mistake at some point. Well. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Well, if that's the case, I could easily fix it by just drawing over it, right? There you go. Fixed. Beautiful. And then, oh yeah, I could do that same thing over on the other side. Okay, you know what? Might as well. I'll clean up a few things here. There you go. That's clean. Okay. Clean up down here. There you go. Very clean, very clean. And then we'll do one of these things. Cover it up. Oops, wrong color. Cover it up here. Then we'll do a little bit of cleanup. So that goes all the way here. And then we just go boom. Oops. Alt-M all the way. There you go. And then I can do that. Okay. There you go. A little better. How long ago did you start game dev? I mean, officially speaking, I guess right around January of 2023. So it's about 2 years now, I think. I think we can shift it down a little bit more. Or up a little more. Hold on, maybe the inset needs to be a little bit less. Because I do want to fill up the bottom part a little bit. So let's do that. Ravi says villager. Huh. Villager? What are we talking about? Okay. I mean, part of it is I feel like, okay. I mean, I didn't have to make it move like that. On beat, the dancers could just jump to the next thing, and that might be stronger indicator of beat instead of the whole thing actually moving down like that. Ravi says the way you said huh or earlier sounded like my oh, I see. Jeez. Having new ideas is always crazy because hold on. I'm gonna have to listen to this song real quick. I'm gonna mute you guys, or I'm gonna mute the audio to you so I can hear it. But you can still hear me. See, fancy audio work here. Okay. You know what? Ah, shoot. Yeah, I changed my mind. It's gonna be more satisfying visually if the floorboard didn't move and then the characters moved in beat. So in the small beat, characters are bouncing, and then in big beat, they move down. Oh man. Well, I'm gonna take a real quick bathroom break. I'll be back. I guess I'll put up a ad up real quick. I'll still put the song up as we do. But yeah, it's funny that I've done all that and then now I'm changing my mind, which happens all the time. It's not, I mean, I'm not surprised that happened, but I think that's just better. It's just better. But yeah, here we go. Inserting ad on YouTube. Inserting ad on Twitch. Okay, I'm actually back now. Ah, ads. Hey, this is what makes the world go around, at least for me. Please watch all the ads. Uh, okay, so I decided that that's what's gonna happen. Um, one issue is how am I gonna make them move and beat without actually having the music in the game? I'm gonna have to have the music in the game. I need to make it so that I can change the speed at which they come down, based on the BPM, so that I can change it if it doesn't match up very well. Chris, it's the way he popped in for a second and was gone again. I had to figure it out. Clip. I'm back and gone again. Nice clip. Watch the clip? Okay. What happened? It's like that Simpsons meme where the what is it? I don't know the name of the characters, but the old man comes in and leaves immediately. We need to cut the part when you get up to sleeve and make an emote easy buy. Can you make an emote out of the clip? Hey, if I can figure that out, that sounds funny. All right. So I'm gonna redo this. Here, I'll use this. Uh-huh. I think I'm gonna have to color this differently if this is what I'm gonna use though. I think I'm gonna use like kind of pillar, make a little pillar things up here too. Not sure if I should include that as part of this. Let's say 125. And so we have this. Then I'm gonna color the background here. Backdrop. Maybe I don't need the backdrop, but we'll figure it out. Few things here. We'll get rid of this quickly. That's fine. Man, we did all that work for nothing, but it's okay. Few things I'm going to do is, I think, what I'm going to do is actually do some coloring here. And this part, I want it to look like a game. I don't want it to look like one of those like old school retro, kind of like too little, too realistic, too based on reality type of art, but rather like actually look like a game art. So that means we're gonna employ a lot of the techniques you would on one of those JRPG type of situations. So we just went from, because the art style, this art style is actually low key very much like Western RPG or Western retro game style. And JRPG is more cartoony, you know. I'm sure you guys know this already. So I think we're gonna probably do that. And let's see. We're going to do some pillars here. Draw some pillars. And we're going to have a good time here. Okay. I think. Do I know what I'm envisioning in my head? No. But that's how it is. You know, I ran across this trend where people are like, "Oh, I think I might have aphantasia," which is the thing where there are type of people who just can't picture things in their head. And you know, like I always thought I didn't fall into that category. Wow, that's really bright up in here, huh? You can see my forehead just like just brightening up the world. Let me see. Let me see what that looks like in full cam. It doesn't look too bad, does it? Oh my gosh. It doesn't look good, but it doesn't look bad, I think. I think it's okay. You know what? I am shining light into the world with my forehead here. But anyways, talking about aphantasia. But it's like it always differs because people describe it differently. I'm like, no, 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 that means you can picture it. That's what it is. And people are like, no, 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 that's not what it is. I can actually see pictures and colors like easily. Like it's not just an idea. Because, you know, if some people are like, oh, I can kind of generally see the outline, or like, I know it's supposed to be there. I see the image out of the black. And people are like, yeah, that's what they mean. Like, you don't actually literally see like you see like this. You just imagine it. And I'm like, yeah, that, like, I can outline the picture in my mind, but it's not like actually like seeing it in person. But some people are like, no, it is like seeing it in person. I'm like, no, I don't think so. AW says, I think we live in the same region. Oh, because of the sunlight? Probably. I mean, I'm in Washington, so Pacific Northwest. Revy says, bro needs some curtains. I do have something to draw down, but, you know, I like the sunlight sometimes. Here, look, see? But it messes with the lighting. Here, let me draw it out. There you go. Okay, this... With this, I think I might have to, like, increase this light. Or probably, I think. There you go. Maybe. A little bit. And then increase the ISO. Bam. There you go. Now I'm indoors. Wait, what did you do? What did Mikori put on there? AW says, no, it's nice. Enjoy it. Yeah, it is nice. Weather's been nice. I mean, it snowed a few times. Or sleeted, rather. Mikori says, got bright. Insert SpongeBob. My eyes meme. Alright. Next. Let's see. What was I doing? Oh, I wanted to draw some pillars. So I'm imagining we're going to have these characters going like this. I think, you know what? I think I want to do a little bit of marbling on these. I don't know what they look like, but I'm going to try. Just like maybe a little bit, just slightly brighter. What does... Isn't it like something like this? And then you have pockets of colors. And it's like... I feel like it is. It doesn't feel the same. Why? Why do you not feel the same? Or is it more like this? Where it's like... Where we just do a little bit of coloring. Whoops. Wrong layer. So I just do something like this. Like a window. A little bit of shine. A little lame. I don't know if I should put anything in there. I think the simple is better here for this one particularly. So the pillars we were imagining, we got one of these things, but rather, I guess nothing. Maybe I could do an interpretation here, because otherwise it's just going to be like one of these things. It goes like this. And it's gonna be basically some sort of like that. It's very, I don't know what to call it. Dramatic. So if this is the look I'm going for, it's going to probably be something like that. Probably bring it a little bit more to the light here on the edges. Like that. Why are we... Why are we wah-wahing? What happened? Did I miss something? Jeez. Mikori, what are you doing? Oh, my eyes, I see. Mikori's just trying to get my attention here. Say, look at your stream. So that you reach out. Okay, I see. Well, that's one way to do it. Wow, my mod just is bullying me. Hey, speaking of mods, which is completely unrelated to what I'm about to say, my shorts are doing okay right now, which is funny because I definitely turned off the notification for the shorts, which I knew was going to help. But on the other hand, it's just some random stuff that I'm like, I feel like content-wise not a good content. It's just me laughing at like playing just Marvel Rivals. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess if that's what people want. So yeah. Maybe it needs to be more like over here. Like so. Yeah, that's a little better. It's probably good to do... I don't know if I want to do shadow here. Probably not. But let's say if I do this. That looks pretty cool, right? Perspective dictates that I do the perspective so that there's a line, there's a point down here, and that's the guide I need to follow. Yeah. The question is, am I going to actually do full perspective or not, I suppose. Of course, says, wait, Az, you should say, hey, Az, read your chat. I'll clip it and use it when I need to get your attention. Oh, okay. I have to say it myself. Hey, Az, check your chat. Ezra, check your chat. Chat. Read the chat. Read the chat. The chat requires your attention. Is that enough? Is that enough clip? It was bright sun outside and it was snowing and rent and lending. No, Revi, don't dox yourself. I only say that because Revi's partner, I believe, also streams. Oh no, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe that is the doxing. Maybe it's doxing is the friends we made along the way. That's funny notion. Doxing is the friends we made along the way. I like that. I think this is okay. I'm doing this so I can just kind of generally tell where we are in the distance. I'll clip that out. Mikori says lol, perfect. Great. Now we can use that whenever I miss the chat. Now technically, because I put a little bit of perspective here, they're probably pointing somewhere around way over here. Because it's definitely not going to the center here. So this is already off. Because if I make a pillar right here, let's say copy this. Let's say. And then I flip it horizontally and put it down here. I believe it's going to look wrong. Does it not? Oh, weird. It doesn't look that wrong. You know what? I'm gonna count my blessings. All right. How does that feel? I mean, that feels okay. I feel like I'm committing a grave sin by doing this. But, you know, if it works, it works. Doesn't it? There you go. I mean, I shouldn't be so obsessed with it because if it is really truly just a video that I'm trying to make, then this part, like, amount of attention that people will take, okay, yeah, that's definitely wrong. It definitely needs to cut away like this. And this definitely needs to angle up more now. Well, I'll just use my eyes then. So here, I think it's more like... Alright, I'm going to use my eyes. Because clearly we can't just trust it. I thought it was going to look okay, but it doesn't. So it's more like over here. It's going somewhere there. So it's going to look more like this, actually. Depending on the location, I guess. Then it goes like this. I mean, this is going to be equal, I think, since this is not collapsing. So I'm going to use this as a length. Yeah. And this part is going to be the confusing part where it's going like this, I think. Because it's going from here to here, here to here, here to here. So they're all pointing basically parallel. Like that. And then this length, it's about here, I think. It's going to go a little bit turned out more. Looks about. Yeah. I think so. All right. We'll just go with this. And then we'll come all the way up here. Boom. And we'll do one more. Down like this. And there's that. I think. AW says Dark Ezra emerges. Is that the Ezra that's telling the other Ezra to read the chat? Why is that the dark one? You know what? I'm not complaining. It's okay. All right. I think I'm gonna just color this out like that. It kind of works, kind of doesn't. As long as it's not distracting, I think I'm okay with this. I'm gonna say it's slightly distracting. I'm not 100% sold on this pillars, but we'll see. I mean, it really helps create that like cold runway feel that I think the original music video was, not the original, but the music video was showing. So hey Az, check your chat. Ezra, check your chat. Read the chat. Oh. Read the chat. Why is it so echoey? Oh my
attention.
gosh, that's so funny. I love it. Thanks for doing that, McCory. It's perfect, actually. Now I know how to check my chat. Now, thanks. Thanks for working so hard, everyone. That's great. Oh wow. That's kind of crazy. What's happening here? Like this kind of works. You like? Maybe, maybe not. It's too dramatic. I don't know. Kind of like it. Hold on. I'll be back. Well, I'll be back. I'm just gonna mute myself real quick. My goodness. Food has been ordered, so I need to pick it up when it gets here. But that's still some time. You added effect, yeah. It sounds good. It's like, whoa, who is that? Who's speaking to me? I don't know if I should do shadow or not. I'll figure it out. Let's see. So we got the pillars going. People might be like, what is that? It's a fair point. What is it? I guess I could do one more pillar here. We got this much. I got this much. I think. So I think we could draw one more here. It's going down all the way down where this is pointing at. It's probably something like this. Doot, 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 like that. Is it foolproof? It isn't. But it's something. And this will go a little back like that. This might work. And we'll see if it does. Might have to actually cut it out earlier. It's harder to get the whole image because it's so far away. I have a feeling this one might not look as good. We'll figure it out. Not too worried. Mikori says, I like how the towers are coming out. Looks nice. Thanks. Now, don't let anyone actually measure out if it is realistic or not. Hopefully it'll be there just temporarily. As long as if you squint and it doesn't look way off, I think I will call that success for now. And this needs to go, I think it needs to go more vertical actually. Really close to vertical actually. When it's up here. You know, I know my perspectives, but I really don't want to force that right now, if I can help it. Okay, that's not bad. Let's see if I can. Let's see. I feel like the middle one needs to be pushed up a little bit. So I'm going to do that. Hindsight, I should have really put this in its own layer. I guess I could still do it, but like that. And push up like this. And I guess, hold on. Push up a little bit. Provide gap. This is, I feel like this is, that might be okay. Squint, squint. Squint for checking. It's a, I don't know. I can't even be creative here. It's a special blender for extra retro look. How about that? You've heard all those like, Gen Alphas that are like, or like the iPad babies that when they first see the book in their life, they're like, try to swipe it. I wonder if there will come a time with where 2D art will be appreciated like that. Feels a little bad, but I don't know. We'll see. Whoa. Oh, that's not it. Oh my goodness. I can't get it to work very well. I should probably do here. Do that. And then do home, flip horizontal like that. I think this looks okay. Seems like I really got overzealous with this. This pillar is not even in the screen. It's funny. Mikor says, this pixel art software called Aspray. Mariana's like, I know. He was being funny. It's a Blender. Blender with one less dimension. So it'll be slender. Okay, this shading is interesting. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the color rect to be a little bit redder. Or, yeah, I'm going to get it to be kind of purpley dark like that. Oops. I just canceled the color shift. All right, let's say this is what it is. Oh, you know what? It would be so fun if this color changes and flashes. Well, I wonder what happens if I put light. And we'll put some light texture here. We'll bring it over from some other ones that we've been using. Maria says, you could see how adding light 2D and occluder turns out with these pillars. Yeah, I think that's what I want to try. There's a good chance it doesn't work out very well, but honestly, 2D, what do you call CRT shader might work really nicely with the what do you call the look of the retro for the sake of the shorts or the TikTok video. Where did I use light last? I think it was on Pirates. We do have light here. That's sound effects. VFX. Is it under sprites? I guess so. It's not UI. It's definitely somewhere. Oh my goodness, excuse me. It's somewhere, I just don't remember where. Relic, level, card, character, deck, font. Particles? No. It's somewhere. I know it's here. I guess I could just open the project, but I feel like I should be able to find it. Level. Where did I put it? Thanks, Moist, for blessing me, for my spirit leaving me as I sneeze. Don't remember. I wonder if I can search just light. Oh, point light. Perfect. I'm gonna copy this and bring it over here. This time I'm gonna clearly label this light. And then we'll paste it over here, I guess. Doesn't work. No, I'm gonna do this. Paste it over here. All right. Point light here. I wonder if I should do, let's see. I can do color rect as an overlay. But then there's a shadow overlay. I kind of don't like that. So I'll do point light and we'll scale this. This is the center stage, let's say. And then we'll increase the intensity a little bit. And I suppose this could be kind of like right here. Little desaturated light, intense. And then let's put some occluders. Occluder. And see what that looks like. And we'll just go simply click, click, click. So we'll do boom, boom, boom. Oh, that's not what I meant to click. Here, hold on. The boop. Oh, whoops. Do right here, 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 and then drag it all the way here. And then just call that a, oops, I guess I gotta do this. See what that looks like. Boom. Oh no. Oh, that's right. It's casting shadow on this face from here. Wait, is it? Why? So the shadow itself. Let me think. Yeah. The occluder. Okay, hold on. I don't want this face to be affected by the shadow, but then the light is here, so it's gonna cast it this way. And it's not actually 3D, so it's gonna be silly like that. So I could say the sprite itself is not impacted by the shadow. So we could do that here. So we do shadow enable, right? We can enable the shadow, whatever. And then get the texture here. And we can put the texture on the light mask 2. And then put the texture on light mask 2. The point light will have like that. Yeah, so it's shining light underneath. I guess I should separate the pillar light separately. I think. Might not look good. Maybe this is better, like this. You see the shade here. You don't see it here, but you see it here. So for example, if I do this. I mean, this is not bad. I wonder if I change the occluder, or if I change this to be here, if it'll make any difference. I guess that's not bad, huh? All right, you know what? I'll go with this. I'm gonna add one more occluder, or several. Paste this. We're gonna flip this one, I think. I wonder if I can just flip it. Suppose I could just -1 scale in the X direction. Perfect, actually. Interestingly enough. And then that's confusing for this top pillar though, isn't it? The shading on the top pillar doesn't make sense. Do I worry about it? That's a question. Yeah. My only problem is that if I do the base thing, it's gonna cast shadow onto the sprite of the pillar instead of going under it. I might have to color this something else though, because of this. I'm gonna brighten. Oh. So I'll do just a sec. I'll do this real quick. So basically we're saying the light source is this right here. So it's gonna be, wait, why is it, oh, that. Then probably gonna do this. And then I can do the whole pillar as a occluder, I think. And it's gonna do appropriate lighting here. Like that. I might do a little. That doesn't look too crazy, does it? Seems right. Maybe it's a little too bright. But if the light is here, this makes sense. You know what? I'm going to keep it like that. And then we'll try the occluder here. You know, it's always a little tricky doing these things. Uh-huh. Yeah, thanks for the follow, Sea Dragon. Appreciate it. Okay. And then do this, and then we'll do this. Now, only reason why this works for me is because whoops, I copied the wrong one. This is kind of janky way of doing this, but it works for me because, I mean, it's mostly aesthetics, right? This kind of challenge slash little work I'm making is more of a visual proof than the actual gameplay. You know, it's a different story if it actually requires a game story, but I'm gonna have to get rid of all these bright spots. But generally speaking, it looks okay. I might actually darken this a tad bit. It's a little bit too bright, I think. So what I'm going to do here, bring this out. I'm going to darken it just a tad bit. Maybe a little bit more. And do that on here. And then get rid of these little dirty edges. Maybe this as well. Grace says, it looks nice so far. Thanks. I think it's coming along appropriately. Nice. I'm gonna make the shadow a little darker. I might even go crazy with the shadow color, honestly. So if I go here, I might actually color the shadow colors. So we got the red here, right? This is the light. So this being the shadow color would be so crazy if I did that. And then make it a little bit more. I think that complementary shadow color is gonna, I think, go hard. Oh, something happened here. Oh my goodness, that is not what I wanted. I see the occluder also taking the shadow. Gotta think about this. What if the occluder... Right now, occluder is on top of the sprite. Right. Alright, well, I think I'm going to reset the shadow color here. Let's increase the alpha a little bit. I think I pressed spacebar multiple times by mistake. Okay, good enough. And then... yeah. We definitely need the arrows down here. And I think the arrows could look something like... Alright, we gotta think about the theme. What should the arrow look like? You know, honestly, arrow should just look like the arrow, I think. But then have the arrow kind of pulse with the music. I think we're going to go for intense colors. Bright and intense. So for example, this one's going to be like... yeah. Like so. Something like that. Misstep here. I don't know where the misalignment is. Ah, this is a misalignment. And then we're going to make this a little bit 3D, I think. So instead of it being in the ground like this, probably bring it over to, shift it out to purple a little bit. Make it slightly bolder. Hey, Ez, check your chat. Oh, jeez. GDR? GDR? Your chat. Yes, yes. I see the chat. DDR. Dance Dance Revolution. That's what those arcade games where you step on the original rhythm game that started it all. Jeez, that scared me. I guess it worked, huh? Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't look right. I guess it is right, huh? Somehow. Probably do this. Feels weird. It feels like it's angling down like this. Okay, maybe that's a little better. I have to fix this corner too. Okay, that's good. Yeah. And I think I'm gonna do a little neon highlight. Basically. Very, very vibrant. And it's gonna probably do little pulsing glow. I think that could be fun. Scared by your own voice, yeah, exactly. Mikori says, I love the audio clip. It's so fun to get your attention with it. Mikori says, reminds me of Distance because of the arrows. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm literally calling it DDR here. I thought you were asking me what DDR was because I called this DDR here. But that's the idea. We'll probably... I wonder if we can do a little bloom. Might actually do glow on it with the world environment. So if I have... Yeah. Yes. Mikori is very well aware of what DDR is. So we'll shift it a little bit like this. I got the concept here, so I'm gonna just get this down, move over to a new one, probably more like 62 by 62. Bring this over, and we'll do its own animation later. But that's the left arrow. I mean, can I finish this in a week? I think so. This shouldn't be too difficult. And I can just flip it. Stay on the other side, it's not a problem. And then now I need an up arrow here. Let's see, we're gonna do up probably like this of something. It needs to be more rapidly angling, right? I don't know if I can. This is too quick of an angle, but I might have to just do this. Like so. I think that works. And I'll just simply copy and paste this, flip it horizontally. Bam. I think that's okay. Yeah. Not bad. Could be worse. Whoops. Okay. I might have to go pick up the food now. Hold on. Let me mute myself real quick. Maker says, hey, Az, want to read out this totally not obscure sentence, totally not to copy your voice and make... yeah. Real problem, real problem. The driver took a wrong turn, so he was about to be here, and now he took a one-way to no town and is gone. Gone. All right, let's just finish this out, and then I'll close out. How about that? I think that's a good idea. We'll finish this up real quick. Looking good. Yeah. Okay, this one's gonna be also 62 by 62. We'll copy this right here. Perfect. I think. Yeah, I think that's perfect. Okay, this is gonna be up arrow. And do some sort of animation. So early. It's 4:30 here. We've been doing it 3 hours. I know. I do wish I could be doing it more, but you know, there's stuff I need to take care of. Unfortunately. Part of it is eating. Part of it is living. So sorry, y'all. But we'll be here. No worries. Oh, I gotta export this actually. We're here and we'll be having a good time just streaming and playing and singing Kumbaya as we do. Boom. There you go. We're up with another one here for right arrow. And then that's just going to be flip. All right. And then we'll have up arrow, which will be one of these things. And voila. We have it. Of course, as I had once when I ordered food and the driver took 3 hours to get it to me and I didn't even get a refund. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. Yay, looking good. Just need to now have the arrows pulsate with the rhythm. Yeah. And then draw the little guys that's bouncing. I don't know how I'm going to end the video once I make it, so that's going to be the issue. McCray says, my pixel art creation has gotten slightly faster ever since I saw you use the trim option, which I didn't know existed. So useful. Ha, that's good. McCray says, this is going to be more mobile game versus desktop. I think it's going to be mobile game angle because it needs to be on TikTok, and TikTok is vertical. So yeah. Okay, the guy's here now. I'm going to go pick up the food again. What's going on? He's gone. I'm gone all the time. What if it's like 90% gone? McCory says, is this gonna be more mobile game? Yeah. It was gonna be vertical. That's the idea. Man, it's looking pretty good, I think. We definitely need BPM option. We're gonna say export here. BPM, which is probably going to be a float or something. 128 for now. I think it's about right. And then later I can change it, but based on that I can make it like move at different rate. So let's say, oops. You know, I'm going to do a little animation here. I'm going to do a bouncy person. Okay. So we'll do 64 by 64. Let's say I make a little character that's bouncing. So it's like we got this character. And then it's like this. Like that. Something like it. So for example, just for example, this is not obviously it's going to be the final thing. It's kind of insulting to the dancers. But for the sake of argument, let me clean this up a little bit. I'll make it at least a little bit little bit, what do you call, aesthetically pleasing, just a tiny bit. So let's say if we have something like this, I don't know. I suppose I could just copy this half and then just flip it horizontally. Maybe overlap it a little bit. Say this is the animation. So we can just go straighten up where it goes. Let's say this is the animation. Of course, says it would be crazy if a streamer wanted to fire a mod and the way he did it would be to say, hey, mod name, you've been promoted to viewer. That seems just mean. That would be funny though. Funny for the what do you call? Clips. It's for the clips. I think this kind of works. I actually accidentally made this shoulder thing, but kind of like it. So it's like boom, right? Boom. But then like the smear frame might be what do you call? This might actually be better if it can go like this. And then it's like it's like a little bit like long. think I might need to squash it a little bit. It's kind of funny, but it kind of works. All right, let's say this is the spreadsheet. Dancer. For now. And then we'll make a spreadsheet out of it. And let's say in our game, right here, that looks demonic, kind of. I think it kind of matches the intention of it. So let's see. Do animate a sprite here real quick as a test. We'll put it right here. And let's see. So dancers. 64 by 64. Doot, doot, doot. And then it's going to be auto playing right now. And then I think this should affect how fast they're moving. So funk ready. Okay, so it's still 4/4. And I think what I'm going to do here, let's say animated sprite speed scale, I think. We're going to change that. And because you can see right here, if I say 10, and it needs a break, right? It needs to play, break, play, break. So it's like, it's not da 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 da. It needs to go ba ba, like it needs to go tunta. How do I do that? Okay, so we need to stay squashed based on beat. So we're gonna basically treat each jump as a quarter note. And we'll say this is probably 4. And at 1, it's like, boom, like that. And at 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we can get 2.3, boom, bum, 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 boom. Yes. All right, we got it. And we're just going to have people right here. Speed scale is going to equal to probably, let's say, I don't know, it needs to scale somehow. If this is a single beat, and if single cycle is considered a beat, right? Speed scale 1. We want to play 1/4 per minute. Hold on, what's the measurement BPM? I gotta go look at the actual mathematics of it. PM. Math. Multiply the number of beats in 30 seconds. What does it say? Multiply the number of beats in 30 seconds by 2. Okay. I see. It's not clear. It's not clear what that means for our animation. We need to do. Well, duh. Nicole says should have more of those characters on the sides, like cheering on. Ooh, that'd be cool. Yeah. Godot says, well, duh. That's not very helpful. No, it isn't. I guess it's not very exact science, huh? I guess I'll just do basically. Let's say we'll just directly say this is a scale. Well, hold on. 128. Let's say what does it feel like right now? 5 frames a second. 2, 3, 4. 2. We'll do some math here. Click to BPM. Tempo. Let's see if there's one. I'll do it right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not. It's not consistent, but it's about 114. So 1 is 114 here. We got 1 scale, 1 equals 114, meaning it's divided by 114. BPM divided by 114 is the ratio we're going for. Because it's bigger, it's going to be bigger than that, I think. So for example, if I do 200 or 228, it's going to be exactly double the beat. Right? So right now, Kodo says, wow, you have to multiply beats per half a minute by 2 to get beats per minute. Yeah, why is it even called beats per minute? It's so weird. It's okay. I might have to redo this. I don't know if it actually ran this. BPM scale is float 114 float. I'm gonna try it again. It might be different on editor versus here. Where is it? BPM. Tap to BPM. Oh, that's not it. Where did it go? Here it is. Boom, boom, boom. 103 is double. So we got 2 is 2 equals 103. So it's probably 103 divided by 2. So it's gonna be BPM slash half of 103, which I don't know what that was. Hold on. So if I want to say, let's see, I'm gonna do 70 here. Godot says, actually, since you're doing this in 3D style and 2D game, have you looked into sprite stacking? It could look really cool. No, I haven't looked into sprite stacking. I could take a look. Let me see. Just give me a second. I'm going to do some verification here. I'm going to tap based on that and see what beat it comes with. It's pretty accurate. Look, I got 70 VPM, and that's what I configured right here, 70 VPM. So it's actually bouncing per beat now. That's awesome. If I want to go, so if I want to double time this, I might want to double time this. So I might drop the divide by 2 here. So then, if I click every half a beat, it'll work. 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh. Oh, it needs to be... Whoops. I did it the other way. Hold on. This was correct. Because this number gets smaller. If I want to do double time, it should be this. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and we're looking for 128 here. And we want to double time 128. Okay, I'll take a look at the sprite stacking real soon. Wait, 123? Why is it so accurate? I don't understand. Hold on. I changed the number. It should be different. This mystery. I don't know what's going on. Was that a link, Godot? Can you just share that on Discord? If it was a link. Oh my gosh. Okay. I think 2 is good. We'll do half a time, double time. All right, sounds good. Okay, so at least we can move the character per beat. I think we're good here. And they're gonna go boop, boop, boom, 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 boom on beat. They're gonna come down on beat. And the idea is we're gonna smash the button when they arrive. And we're gonna have a little perfect, perfect, perfect. That kind of stuff go up. Nice, nice. All right. I think this is a great stopping point here. But we'll also look at Godot's sprite stacking. Let's see. It's called... look at sprite stacking, 2D on 3D, or something like that. Is it for like Z? Like where it's like... reading. So these are the different sprite sheets. Oh, I see. Where you go like this, and they're different Z. I mean, that's like literally just doing rendering. I mean, which is funny. You're making your own 3D engine, basically. This is how basically 3D engines could work. You know, by projecting 3D ideas onto a 2D space. So that's pretty cool. I like it. Because I love 400 ppm song. I don't think 400 ppm song exists, does it? But okay. Cool, cool, cool. I think we're in a great place here. Godot says it's a technique to get 3D pixel art. Yeah, no, I can see that being really useful for the having a really tight control on the 2D pixels in a 2D 3D world. Yeah, I think that's great. Well, thanks for those of you who stuck around through all this. We're gonna have to work through this, hopefully finish this soon so we can get back to the space game, but I will also be back. Oh, gone for a little bit, you know, for the purpose of trip, vacation, which is sad, but I will be back once I'm gone. But that's not until 19th, so we have a little bit more than a week more stream later today. That's a harder order, unfortunately. We'll see what happens. But yeah, thanks for watching. I know, Mikori, you want to watch me stream all the time. I wish I could, but life is rough. All right, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.